Back cooking with Chef P and Bonz. The chef that just don't barbecue, he cooks. Okay, and today, well, tomorrow, or today, the chef is going to show you a dessert called Baked Alaska. And this dessert highlights a different type of dessert that takes meringue, a homemade meringue, which is made out of egg whites. Old-fashioned banana pudding is not the only dessert that requires a meringue. Lemon meringue is not the only dessert that requires a meringue. So we're going to turn you on to what we call the Baked Alaska. And we're going to start this journey off by a simple piece of yellow cake. Bam. I'm going to place that cake right there in my plate. Then, this Baked Alaska, you can use any kind of ice cream you want. But I'm going to use a tropical fruit sherbet. Okay, I'm going to take a couple of scoops of this tropical fruit sherbet, and we're going to place it right on top of the cake. One scoop. And by the way, family, this is called a baked Alaska. Okay, we got one scoop in. Let's see, can we get another scoop in? Okay, we're gonna put another scoop right there. Like we just don't care. Okay, now family, we have the foundation for this baked Alaskan. Okay, cake. I'm using sherbet. You can use nail polish and ice cream if you like. Okay, now the trick to this is, let's go over to my trusty meringue. Let's re-whip this meringue right quick. That's gotta go on this baked Alaska. I'm gonna whip that meringue up nice and fluffy there. The meringue is egg whites, family. You want to make sure that you get it nice and fluffy before you add any sugar or any other flavoring that you want to bring out, to bring the flavor out of this egg white meringue, okay? Okay, so that's fluffy enough. Now, we're going to take this meringue right on over here to this Alaska cake ice cream meringue. Okay, now my job is to put this meringue over the cake and ice cream. Okay, we're going to take the meringue and we're going to spread it all over this cake and ice cream. Okay. Yeah, keep in mind, you got to cover the whole cake and the ice cream with this item. And that's what the chef is doing right now. Okay, now we're going to begin to formate this all the way around the cake and ice cream. Okay. Let me get some more of this meringue out of here, because I want to try to get as much as I can onto the product here. which is the cake and the ice cream. You know, it kind of looks like a cloud on a nice sunny day, you know. Okay. Now we got the meringue working all around the cake and ice cream here. For anybody that's looking in, this is what we call a baked Alaskan, which consists of cake and ice cream. Okay, we're gonna wrap that on around, wrap the meringue on around like that. And we're gonna push this down like so. And if you go out and request this dessert at the restaurant of your choice, they're gonna do it right at your table side, okay? And you can request for them to do it table side, but the only thing is, when they do it table side, this particular dessert has to be flamed, okay? So which means that they have to blowtorch it right at your table. Okay, so let me get this meringue on here nice and cozy. Okay. Okay, let me give you a close-up on that, family. Okay, the meringue has covered the cake and ice cream, okay? Totally covered. And somewhere inside of that meringue is the ice cream and the cake. Now, my job, now the chef's job is to brown that meringue. And the way I'm going to do that is with this little torch. I'm going to cut the gas on. You hear the gas? Flame on. So now, let's brown this meringue off. I don't want to get too close to the meringue because I want to create a nice, pretty color on this baked Alaskan. Matter of fact, I'm going to see, can I grab the camera and do this at the same time. Bear with me. Let's cut this torch back on. Okay, torch is cut back on. Let's turn this camera around. Baked Alaskan. The meringue is being browned. I don't want to get too close to the meringue because I don't want to burn the egg whites, okay? Okay. I'm going to turn this around. And a baked Alaskan is nothing but ice cream and cake with a nice golden brown meringue on top, family. And like I say, lemon meringue, old-fashioned banana pudding that requires meringue requires a meringue topping is not the only dessert that has a meringue. This luscious dessert is called a baked Alaskan. And the chef is browning that meringue off to complete this dessert called a baked Alaska. And when you go out to the restaurant, they'll do this table side for you. If you want a romantic venture with your significant other, they would like a dessert like this here. That baked Alaska by Chef P. And Bonz. Brown meringue, ice cream and cake on the inside. Let's go inside and see what we got. That baked Alaskan. That baked Alaska by Chef P. And Bonz. Banana pudding old fashioned and lemon meringue is not the only dessert that requires a golden brown meringue. That baked Alaska requires it also. Until next time, family. You already know. You rolling with the coolest chef in all the land. Cooking with Chef P. That would be me. Until next time, hands on, hands in. That baked Alaska by Chef P. and Bonz.